Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Angry Duck Automotive. More Zephyr tinkering, I'm afraid, this week. We got some bits and pieces to tidy up on the front end, and we'll have a quick update in a bit and see what the father's been up to in the garage with the Studebaker. So yeah, we're going to be doing some little bit of welding today, a little bit of filling, some sanding, and just to try and tidy up the front rust holes in the wings. I'm going to try the old brass trick which I mentioned last time in the video, where you hold the bit of brass behind the hole in the wing and then you can slowly dot it in and it doesn't just keep burning through. So I'm going to have a go at that, try and use the old school method and see how far we get with that and how we get on. So yeah, stay tuned, and that's what we're going to be doing. We've squeezed in the garage. Father's in here, he's been a little bit busy this week, so let's have a look. I'll spin you around, you can see what he's been up to. He's making stuff on the bench. What are you making, Father?
New bushes in the clutch pedal because the old plastic nylon ones were worn out, so I put a stainless steel bush in there now. I drilled a hole in it for oiling.
Bloody lovely.
For the future.
Excellent.
Yeah. Lots to do.
Oh, there's always plenty to do. So we go. There is even a heater in there now, look, which came out of a Austin Mini or Rover Mini, original ball nose shaped one. That's going to fit in there quite nicely. He's done all his ducting up to the defrost on the windscreen. All the floors welded up now, all tidied up and finished. So that's the pedal box that we made. Obviously the pedal box is now on the bench being renewed. So yeah, it's already been painted in. So yeah, all the heater controls are in place. They look pretty good there. They look like original factory, except for it's all on the wrong side of the truck. Who would ever know? But that's the little floor extension there that's had to have been done to allow room for more pedals. So yeah, bloody good. Cool, so that's our little job's going to get underway now. Got some cleaning off to do because obviously I spray painted silver paint on the paint like to stop it getting rusty while it was outside and in the rain. So I've got to just quickly skiff that off of the grinder and I'll find a bit of brass, and then we can try that trick and see how that works out and set the welder up and stuff. But you've seen me do that before, so we'll come back in a minute when it's ready to rock. Just while we're here as well, you might notice I got a new hat. So this is my man, Mike, for Forsaken Exploration. A little while ago, I won a little competition for a merch bundle. So he very kindly popped over last night and we had a chit chat and a coffee and popped me over my winnings. So I got a lovely hoodie, but I'm not going to wear it here because I'm welding and it is really nice. So I'll keep that one for best, but we're repping the hat today. So thank you very much, my guy Mike, you a legend. Cool, so first job, just scuff off all the little bits of paint that I've put on there just to protect it. We're going to get it back to bare metal so it's nice to weld. So mind your ears, I'm just going to use my safety squints. Start a new torture game called the Squint Games. There, that's cleaned off that one side. Let's just get the electric on the welder a minute and then we'll be good to go. Okay, cool. So this is a copper bar. And now MIG weld won't stick to this. So if you've got a thin piece of metal and you're trying to bridge up a hole, too thin to put a plate in, you can hold that behind and just gently fill the hole up and it'll stop it dropping through and you'll be able to build it up and it won't stick to it. So you take it away and then the weld stays where it's to. In theory, I've seen it done. I've heard of it being done. I've not watched a YouTube video of it being done. We're going to have a crack at it and see how easy it is. So yeah, let's see if it works. We'll try a nice easy one to start with. Ooh. Where we can get to. There. Right, let's have a look. cool. It's not even on fire. I'll take you down. You can see how that turned out. It kind of works. I can see the logic behind it, so I'll show you. Trouble is, you start off with a small hole and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But that's just the way that it is because of the way that it is. So you can see there, it started off with a small hole and it's now a big hole. But you know, I'm going to body filler it anyway, but at least there's not going to be rusting from the inside out. At least that's repaired. Just got all of this lot to sort out now. That was the worst bit though, to be fair. So yeah, there's a hole there, split there, a couple of little holes there, and all the way down this edge. So if I could just keep popping them in like that, that one there's pretty bad. So I'm gonna have to use the brass for that as well. But yeah, there we go. That's what we're doing. Cool, so we're just gonna try and bridge this little hole here up now, and then we'll gradually work my way up around the lip and try and fill in all the little tiny holes. The shape, you know, up there is quite thin. That's going to be thin. I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything behind that to block it, so I'm going to have to just do it a little bit at a time. But other than that, I think we're going to be doing good. So yeah, proceed. See, if you've got a little hole to bridge up, what I usually do is I get a few little beads of weld all the way around the outside of it, and then you can gradually weld in and weld in and weld in and make it smaller and smaller and smaller until you filled it in. That's just what I do. It may not be the proper way, but it works for me. And then obviously we're going to grind it back and then make it tidy with some filler and stuff, I would expect. So yeah, I'm just going to stitch this one in, and then we're going to go up here, and then we're going to try and sort that out. There's a big dent in there, and I don't know if it was under the filler, so it's a mystery. So that's bridged up that little hole. I couldn't get the brass in behind it, so or the copper I think it is, copper or brass, either works. Anyway, brass, copper, aluminium, all do the same job when you put it behind. But I couldn't get anything behind there because there's a seam in behind it, so I've had to do that and just gradually go around the outside with the MIG wire and just, you know, make a little bit of weld. But when you're filling it in, try and keep your MIG wire to the weld bead side rather than the tin side, because obviously it's thin metal and you just keep burning it away and burning it away. So always keep your MIG wire towards the weld that you've just done, so you can build it up and build it up and build it up. It's not pretty, but it's not got a hole in it anymore, so I'll flick you around and I'll show you what we've done. So yeah, that is what we built up. That little hole, obviously they always turn into big holes. So yeah, let's patch that. So yeah, we'll be able to smooth that off with the grinder and go from there. So yeah, just got to work our way up this side now and around the top, and then that'll be solid. There we go. So yeah, more of the same with that. Weld it, weld it, weld it, and try and spot in all the little holes. And then I think the other side's slightly better, so we're going to have another look at that and see if we can tidy that up a bit. But yeah, for now it's just spotting, filling the holes up. There we go, boring stuff, I know, but at least I know underneath the filler it's going to be solid, rather than just fill through the holes like they did before. Okay. Cool, so we've dug around some filler. There was a crack in the filler on the wheel arch. I was expecting that to be a big rusty hole, but it's not actually that bad, to be fair. It's just the filler's cracked. I think maybe the wings flexed when they stuffed the other side or something, and that's dropped out a little bit, and obviously it's got worse from there. So I'll spin you around and I'll show you the state of play. There's a couple holes to weld up, but it's not as near and as bad as I thought it was going to be under the filler. So yeah, that's good news, I suppose. So yeah, we've dug the filler out of there. That's not too bad. It's a little bit down the bottom there to weld up, but it's not too bad. There's a little bit there where it's gone thin and hold. There's been a previous repair done there before, which is why there was filler there, but I don't really understand why it's cracked again. There was a bubble there where that's turned into pretty much nothing. But the worst bit is this up here. It's already been repaired, but it's kind of gone around the edge there. It's a hole. So yeah, that is that. And then here we've got the wheel arch that was cracked, but there's no rust in that at all, apart from a little tiny pinhole right there. So I should be able to stitch that up and then refill it with a bit of luck. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to stitch up those little bits and with the welder, and then hopefully I won't make too much more bigger holes, and then we can grind it all down, clean it up, and put some plug back in it again. Not ideal, but you know, at £2,000 a pot for a wing, I'm going to weld it up. I think you'd agree. That's one welded up. Not easy. Do very well. That's what we're probably going to catch fire to it now because this isn't filler. Yeah, that's plugged up another one. Cool beans. There we go, bit of grinding, bit of cleaning up. It's going to be job done. One wing repaired. So there we go. So what we do, we just plug the weld up, and then we're going to grind that back very carefully, because obviously if you go over the weld, then the metal goes thin around the outside of it, and then you end up with the same problem again. So just very carefully skiff the weld off, make it smooth, and then we'll go from there. But that is worked out a lot better than I thought, to be fair. I thought we was going to be cutting out bits and welding patches in. So yeah, not free bad. Not free good, but not free bad. Okay, so I was grinding and cleaning and I found another hole. There's another hole there. So I'm going to show you a little technique. Try and show you a little technique to cheat that. Basically, I'm going to put a little bit of tin behind it, hold it in place with a magnet, and then buzz it in with a welder. I'll just get it set up a minute and then we'll show you how to do it. So as you can see, I've just cut out a little plate. I'm going to put a little curve on it in a minute. And then that is going to go in there underneath. You hold it with a magnet and then buzz it in with a welder. Fingers crossed it works. That's a bit more difficult than I expected. So yeah, that didn't work according to plan. I managed to cut my hand with the grinder, which is nice. Luckily enough, it spins that fast. When you cut your hand, it cauterizes the cut. So no extra blood. I got a lot of filler dust around my nose. I'm not a Colombian drug lord, I promise. So yeah, we're gonna plate that in. I've cut a big square hole out, the same size as my plate. That's going to fit in there nicely, and then we're just going to tack it in. Bloody lovely. Oh, here you go, and come back this way. So I bought myself one of these tools. It's a Black & Decker power file. So basically anywhere where you can't get to with your let's make that better. Anyway, you can't get to with your disc grinder, you can sort of get in all the nooks and crannies with this. So yeah, it's quite a handy little thing, especially for little jobs like this, where you just want to take off like an edge. There we go, we test fit our plate now, and hopefully we'll be able to spot it in and it'll be nice and flush, like a lovely repair. A little touch more at the bottom corner. See, that's good, isn't it? Slice your hand with an angle grinder, and it's only a nick, but yeah, no blood comes out. Bloody good. Can't afford to be losing none of that. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. It fits in there quite nicely. So yeah, and it should be bloody lovely. Let's see if we can get a couple of tacks on it. There we go. I'll spin you around and then show you in a minute what we've done. Okay, so that's what we got. Hopefully by the time that's ground down, it's a little letterbox in there with a new bit of tin. I was just chasing and chasing and chasing, but it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, we'll give that a skiff off with the grinder, and then hopefully that is the last welding repair on this wing done. Bloody lovely. So there we go. Not pretty, but it's not wholly either. The patch has gone in there. So yeah, the more I dig, the more I find. So I think I may just stop digging. It's probably the answer to that, isn't it? Cool. So I found this bit of carbon, and that's going to be ideal for mixing filler up on. Just get a bit of a clean off, so that we don't get any contaminants in our filler. Obviously, you guys all know how to mix filler, don't you? You know, pea of hardener to a golf ball full of filler. So yeah, let's start clagging it in there. Start putting it in. I've mixed it quite hot, so it's cold today. Oh, there we go. Wait for that to go off and then we can shape it up. Okay. It's taken a long time for the filler to go off because it's really cold. But it's getting there now. So now we sand. Many sandings. Let's see if we can sand it yet. We can sand it a little bit. It's still not completely it's still not completely ready yet. It's taken a long time. I think I'm going to be back here tomorrow to finish it off. Don't want to, but hopefully it'll be dry. And it is going off, but it's just taken a really long time. It's not ideal weather to be filling filler because obviously it's a chemical reaction and it relies on it being warm. I should have put probably a little bit more hardener with it, even though I did mix it up quite hot because I thought, oh, I don't want to be running out of time. But yeah, unfortunately, it's getting there. About another 10 minutes and I think it'll be good. Cool, so that is, it's gone off now. So I can start sanding it, gradually shaping it up. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to do a bit of sanding and then fill it again and then do a bit of sanding and stuff like that. But let it begin. The most boring job in the world. So starting off with like I think this is probably about an 80 grit, just to get the bulk of the roughness off. We're basically just looking for a basic shape here at the minute. You know, we'll do the fine work and afterwards, like I say, you've got to bulk it up, sand it down, and then fill in the stuff that's not level, and keep doing that, rinse and repeat until it's done. If it wasn't so late in the day, I'll probably get the DA out and cheat with this, but I'm gonna have to do all this again in the next stage. I just want to get it so that I can maybe put a bit of paint over it for the night and then come back tomorrow and do a bit more. Obviously I wasn't planning on the filler taking so long to go off as it did. Let's say there's going to be loads of high and low spots, so I just want to get the worst of it off. Excuse me. Get it shaped up, something like it, and then go on from there. Now, by no means am I a body guy by a long stretch, so I'm pretty much learning as we go here. I've done body work before, but not, you know, I'm no expert. I've never done it for a living or anything like that. But yeah, you put a load of filler on and then most of it ends up on the floor in dust. It's a very difficult job to do and not breathe through your mouth. You've got to hold your mouth at the right angle to get the right shapes, you know what I mean? You've got to hold it in the right position, like that, and then you've got to, several different positions to adopt the shape that you need. And once you've done this, you can see where you need to add more and take more away. Because it's such a funny shape, you know, you can't use a block or anything. You've got to be able to curve your hand with the panel. Yeah, a lot of elbow grease, fair bit of patience, and we'll get there in the end. Keep dropping it on the floor. Always remember to bang it out if you do drop it on the floor, because you don't want any grit or anything that's digging out your fillery bits. Anyway, you get the idea. Come back later on when I've done a bit more. It's a bit boring to watch, isn't it? Okay, so we're now covered in filler dust. It's starting to get dark. We've got a little bit of a shape going on. I'll turn you around and have a look. But yeah, we're going to call it a day here and come back and do a bit more tomorrow. As you can see, it's starting to take shape. You know, there's a lot more sanding and more filler to go in and be sanded out. But that's where we got today. Obviously, I didn't expect to have so many holes in the wing to weld up today. And I think tomorrow we're going to break out the air tools and go at it fairly hard. So we'll have a more productive day tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Cool, so it's the next day. It did spatter a bit overnight, but nothing too bad. And it's foggy here this morning. But we'll carry on. I'm going to get the DA out. Which is a directional orbital sander, and that'll make knocking the filler off a little bit quicker, so we can get some shape to it. But I'll spin you around and show you where we've got to, and then we're going to carry on with that today. So you can see it's starting to take shape, and say it's quite rough, and it's only the first skim, so obviously it's going to need a little bit of tightening up after that. But yeah, we are getting the shape back. Down the bottom there I've got a sand still, and then down the back edge of the door here more sanding required, but we got beaten by the daylight yesterday, so we're back again today and we'll carry on. So this is our DA. Basically it goes like that as well as spins around in a circle, so you get a nice flat edge. So we're going to use this with a 80 grit on it, and we're going to knock off most of the roughness of the filler, and then we'll look at it again and you know, fet all the edges a little bit by hand, and just try and shape it up. It's getting there, to be fair, already. I can kind of see the vision where it's going to end up. So yeah, we'll carry on, do a bit of sanding, and see if we can get it looking something like it. Right, Dave, right? It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Did it go off?
Yeah, it's all gone off. I'm just shaping it up now. But got the old DA out because it's a bit quicker, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
Cool, a few low spots, a few high spots. Knocking off most of the highs now, and we'll come back and then give it another second skim in a minute. Yeah, it's shaping up, as they say. Oh, makes your hand bloody ache though. So there we go, guys. That's the second skim in. You got to put a lot in, and then most of it ends up on the floor in dust. But yeah, we are shaping up. This top corner's looking pretty good now. It's getting there down this edge. It's going to need a little bit. There's a dent down the bottom there somewhere. I think it's there. There's a high spot and a dent. So we've got to sort that out. But yeah, it's coming along. But obviously, we're trying to beat the weather today. We're not sure what it's going to do, whether it's going to brighten or whether it's going to get worse. So I'm going to do as much as I can while we're here. So yeah, we might not see this little project finished today, this wing, but we'll be a good way on. We'll get as much done before the rain comes. So, sanding, filling, that's the way it's going. But we are making a shape of it. Just waiting for the next lot of filler to go off. But the weather's not great. I think it's threatening to rain, which is not good for doing bodywork outside. So I do what I can, and we'll keep going, I suppose, until we can't. Sounds like a plan. So you can see it's a right mess. Be alright once it's sanded down though. So yeah, I mean, the perfect world, you would have a shot blaster and you'd shot blast the wing off, and then you do all the repairs and then fill it. We ain't got a shot blaster. We ain't got a spray booth. We ain't got a body shop. So we're just doing, well, I'm just doing what I can with what we got, which is the ethos of what we do. So yeah, you know, I'm sure it'll turn out good in the end. Fingers crossed. More sanding. Poor old compressor can't keep up. I've got to wait for the air now. Long time it's taken, but it is shaping up. As you can see, we have got some shape. Let's get in there. Because the more you put on, the more you got to take off, and you end put loads in, and most of it ends up on the floor. So yeah, I got a little dent there, but we are getting there. Just keep on persevering. Cool, just have to do a bit more by hand now. Oh, my old knees. So yeah, where you can't get with the DA, you got to go in by hand and kind of sand it all off. But like I say, I'm no bodywork expert. I just have a crack, really. Mainly because I'm too skint to pay somebody else to do it, to be fair. Because that would be lovely, just to send it to a body shop and say, yeah mate, do it. I want that, I want that, I want that. Right, write a check. Nope. Yeah, this is certainly hot rod building on a shoestring. Who doesn't love rubbing down filler, eh? So we filled and we've sanded and we filled and we've sanded, and now I'm just going to blow all the dust off and see what that's like. yeah, so there we go. So as you can see, the fitment of the grille is getting better. I just put a test fit on it there just so that we can see how we're doing. It's got a lot better. The edge is shaped up now, the seam is shaped up. So yeah, I think before the rain comes, I'm going to put some paint on it. Probably won't be finished, and you'll see all those marks through the paint, but I want to do it now before it's too late and it rains. So yeah, that's the state of play at the minute, but it's getting there, isn't it? Cool, so just got a bit of satin black, and we're going to start to blow it in now. It's starting to mizzle, so I've got to get this done. I mean, I know the bodywork's not finished, but I've got to get some paint on it, otherwise it's just going to rust. So here we go. Panic stations. Blowing the paint right in my bloody eyes. So there we go. We're on the move again, are we? There we go. God, this is makes your finger out. It looks terrible to be fair, but the wind's blowing the paint away. I'm gonna stand this side a bit, maybe. Shield. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Hard work. Why is this team doing that for? Stupid, isn't it? There we go. You can see every blemish in it because it's black and it's satin, but all I'm concentrating on is the edge of the front of the wing. It's all going to have to be bodyworked anyway, but I just wanted to get this right and then get a coat of something on it just to complete the grille job basically. So yeah, it's not looking great to be fair. I'll spin you around, you can have a look yourselves. So there we go. I used an old beanie as headlight masking. So we've gone over the door a little bit, but that wasn't too bad anyway. But you can see the filler through it. Obviously I need to do some more coats, but yeah, it is taking shape. There's a dent there that needs to be addressed. So yeah, by no means have I finished the filler work and stuff like that, but I just wanted to get something on it so that it's not out in the rain for a week. I'll give it a couple more coats, and hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah, minimal bodywork left on that now. I think I've broken the back of it, so the grille fits pretty good. So there we go. Cool, so there she is. Quarter of the bodywork is almost done. I think it might look quite good in satin black. If I got like a couple of or 3 litres of 2K and done it with proper heavy coats, I think she'd look all right. But yeah, there we go. That's this week's job kind of done. I would have liked to have had a bit more time to have smoothed out some of the dents and stuff. There's loads of little whiskey dents in it, but the front's shaped up quite nice now, so that's good. So there we go, guys. That'll be the end of this weekend's little project. So obviously I'm just going to try and do like a panel at a time, weather permitting. So there's the wing sort of done. It does need a bit more attention and fettling. There's some dents in it and stuff like that. but for now it'll do for a minute. Obviously it's got to be completely bodyworked for have the metal flake paint job done on it anyway, so this is basically just little bits and bobs getting done just to help us through the season, get it all one color and not kind of a mess that it is at the minute. So yeah, there we go. Probably next week I'll probably do the other wing, depending on what's on. I might do something else next week, see if we can find something else to film so it's not too boring like week after week bodywork videos, because that would suck. I wouldn't even watch that. So yeah, we might do the other wing next week, or we might film something else, depends what comes up. But keep an eye on the channel and we'll let you know. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you very much to all the new subscribers this week. It does mean a lot that people are interacting with the channel and enjoying the content. Like I said before, I didn't think it was going to be any good at all. I didn't think anybody would be interested in watching our stuff. So yeah, we're just guys that are messing about in the garage at home, doing the best we can with what we got. So there we go. But yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for all the support. Big shout out again to Forsaken Exploration for the hat and the hoodie. They were coming most handy. The hoodie's so lush, I can't wear it here because I just ruin it. So yeah, that one's being kept for best. But yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're still with me, thanks for watching the whole video. You know, do all the cool kid stuff, hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell. There is a buy me a coffee link, so in all the descriptions and on the channel. If anybody wants to help out the channel in any way, then that's there for them. Don't feel obliged. You know, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. It's fair enough. You know, if you don't want to, you know, don't want to help out the channel, you just want the free videos, that's cool with me. I'm fine with that. You know, we're all still mates. You know, I'll still keep putting the content out there. But yeah, it's just there for if anybody wants to help the channel out in any way, then, you know, there's that. So there we go, guys. Thanks very much for watching again. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Be good. And if you can't be good, be careful. Peace out, guys. Take care.